Get more ways to play on every sport, baseball, golf, and Canadian football. Full swing. It started. The summer is here. And the action, where do you find it, guys?
Sports Interaction.
That's right. Canada Sportsbook. Before the game starts, live and play, or, one of the many prop bets. Doing it right since 1997, Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, play, and cash out. Join now to see all that sports betting has to offer. That's head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That is sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. The Leafs have informed teams they are open to trading the rights to pending UFA Ilya Mikheyev, LeBrun, and Friedge with the
second rounder or bust.
Pending what? U or R?
Or he's a pending U. He's a UFA.
Mikheyev's a UFA, yeah.
When I make those deals as a GM in NHL 22, I net like a 6th round pick. They're not getting
still something.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle.
Hey man, that could be Zetterberg.
You can't command a Zach Hyman was very highly sought after, and he was looking for a 7 or 8 year deal because he can command it. I don't think Ilya Mikheyev's getting a 7 or 8 year deal.
And you're right, and that's why they can walk away with nothing like they did last year.
Remember when they refused to do the Hyman deal?
I
was
understand the logic.
Yeah, me too.
No,
I watched Steve's side. It was just funny.
Something.
You
know the highest offer.
You know, but then
OBO or best offer.
Every deal then is okay.
That is
take it.
bullshit logic. That is slippery slope logic. No way.
No, they're people, Adam. Like you can't. Dubas can't be. His reputation can't be like, oh, just send him whatever. He'll take it.
Dubas is in a position where if he took the 6th, we'd all be like, oh, so he took the 6th.
I'd be fine with that. At least he'd have an
but like the other GMs would be like, fucking Dubas.
Look at this idiot getting 6th round pick for a guy that can't stay. Idiot.
Other GMs.
So zero's better?
Yeah.
Is zero better? What is zero better?
Where's the fucking money, Lebowski? And then
Lebowski leaves and then gets the money elsewhere.
Nah.
That's what happened.
For your reputation, it made sense.
For Mikheyev, I'd gladly take the 6 or the 7.
And you know what? What I loved about what I loved about Kyle Dubas this year is how everybody in the league treated him differently.
Yeah.
That not getting that 6th round pick, that sure changed his reputation. It sure changed the fact, the Coyotes weren't putting fucking waiver claims in on a goalie who's 31 from Finland.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ruined his NHL career, basically.
Yeah, because that guy's not going to
know. Hey, you think so?
You think he's getting an offer?
Maybe.
Not for,
maybe that's part of the Leafs' plan in net. I sure hope so for his sake, because he's like, all right, I've achieved everything I've wanted to achieve, and I'm going to go to the NHL with the Toronto Maple Leafs, delete, an irrelevant team who's going to be even more irrelevant next year. And I'm going to play 3 games and get fucking shelled.
The Leafs were down.
That's good shit.
The Leafs were down to their 6th goalie at times. He had a chance to play good games for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was a shame the Coyotes did that.
You think Harry Sateri is getting an NHL deal after this?
It's also the rules. They're allowed to do it.
They are the rules.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of let's fuck with the Leafs here.
It's
don't tell me that was establishing his reputation there. No way.
But people go, yeah, but teams were taking advantage of the rule. What teams? One team. The Oilers over 30 years ago.
What are you talking about?
The rule that allowed the reason why a European player has to go through waivers before signing before the deadline is because I think it was a player named Reijo Ruotsalainen, I think was his name. And he would just chill in Europe. And the Oilers would be like, hey, you want to come win a cup? And he'd be like, yeah. And then they'd bring him over, and then they'd win a cup. And I think they did it more than once.
And then he'd go back next year, play the whole season in Europe, and then come over.
And then he'd come and be like
play less games, be more fresh.
Yeah, like he'd be a top 6 contributor in the NHL.
How did you say Reijo? What is it?
Oh boy, R-U-O-T Salainen. I'm gonna need you to figure that out, Adam. Reijo Ruotsalainen.
Reijo Ruotsalainen. Look at this. He played for the Rangers too. So the Rangers had him for 70 games a year.
Look at his playoff numbers.
Whoa, his playoff numbers are really good.
Yeah, they are. That's why there's a rule.
He played 10 games for he played 31 for the Devils and then got traded to the Oilers, it looks like, at one point, and 13 points in 22 games. And then in the 86-87 year, 7 points in 21 playoff games.
86 before we were born.
Damn, that's crazy.
This dude is the reason for a rule before Hari Sateri was born.
Look at him. Reijo Ruotsalainen is a handsome guy. Look at that.
Oh, I know.
Come on.
It's outrageous.
That's
It's outrageous.
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
That's wow. He also played for your favorite team, Fireburn. In Swiss A. Listen, it's not. I'm not too worried about. We knew Mikheyev was gone or whatever, and I know the 6th round pick doesn't change things really that much one way or another. But my belief is always, it's like if you're throwing a used car up for sale, it's like I'd like 20 grand for it, but I'll take the best offer.
Dubas loves a Galaxy Brain deep pick.
He does,
and you know what? He traded a couple years ago. I believe this was the 2020 COVID draft. With one of the, that was the draft that went like 8 hours. It was agony. But the Leafs traded.
I remember that.
Oh, it was
I remember
terrible.
that being exhausting.
Remember I was late for our podcast?
Yes, I do. And it was like 7 o'clock at night. And Jesse and I were just getting off work.
What? Horrible. It was one of the worst sport experiences.
There was
ever.
a draft.
2020 draft.
In the pandemic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasted from like 10 or 11 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night.
The second round.
Yeah, this was the back half.
Second-
Back half.
second
to
through
seventh.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I don't remember that.
The Leafs traded a 7th to the Bruins for a 7th because they wanted another 7th this year. And I'm like, what are the odds of this working out? And they ended up drafting Ryan Tverberg, who's like one of their best prospects.
That's awesome.
So,
I also think too, like Dubas is the one thing he has proven time and time again, and people are going to throw the Kadri trade in my face, but you're wrong. Kyle Dubas's strength to me as a general manager, outside of drafting and finding these guys, is trading.
he's made some really good deals. Listen,
Like a
he's got
couple didn't work out.
Too.
The Foligno deal didn't work out. The Kadri deal didn't work out. But that Kadri deal was not the original Kadri deal.
That is true.
So he took the deal that Nazem Kadri allowed him to take.
And it's clever of Joe Sakic.
Oh, yeah.
To be like, all right, I got a GM with a great asset and no leverage.
What I'm saying
I'm
and
going to
saying,
take your lunch money.
What I'm saying in saying this is that Kyle Dubas can tell me to fuck off because over the Zach Hyman thing, because he's been right more than he's been wrong, but far more. And I look forward to his trades because I'm like, how did we juice these guys?
Listen, death, taxes, and a Dubas draft day trade. Are you kidding me?
Can't wait. But
What
it's going to be
about-
like he's trading the third for 2/4.
What about Jared McCann?
Oh,
Did you add that to the list?
That
that's one where I understand the logic and hate it. Because, like, I wish they had just come out and said it.
well, they did later on the the Leafs have their like documentary or whatever.
No, that doesn't count. You don't get to tell me after you did it. Tell me, get Jared McCann and tell the fan base, do some PR for God's sake.
Nah.
You acquire a player, fans got excited about the player, and you got the player for the express purpose of losing the player. Boo, you stink. Tell us. Tell us that. Tell us that. We were all like, but he's not gonna. And then he did.
He did.
And so we're all just pissing into the wind for 3 days. No, the Leafs should have come out and told us what was going on there. And then we would have had a few days to be like, all right, here's why that makes sense. Instead of just losing the guy 3 days later and we're all like, that makes no fucking sense. Boo. I understand the logic, but the execution sucked.